On Boxing Day, Sister Wendy Beckett, the epileptic Carmelite, large-toothed, big-glassed nun, died. What an extraordinary lady she was. She was deeply controversial. There were those who thought that she'd cheapened art history, that she made it non-elitist. She actually said that, she said rather peculiarly, I'm not educated enough to speak in elitist language. Well, this was a lady who had got a first in Oxford, who was taught by J.R.R. Tolkien himself, who had then gone on and was translating medieval Latin into English. So, elitist. It's a matter of opinion. She had been discovered by the cookery person Delia Smith, and then propelled onto our television screens by the BBC in the 1990s. Simply an astonishing lady, and astonishing presentational skills. I'm interested in her for so many reasons. Actually, I've also heard the darker side, that she apparently had her message, and then she chose the pictures that would best convey that message. But why not? I like the fact that she sees God in a Rothko painting. I like the fact that she said incidentally that blasphemy was in the eye of the beholder. It's not in the intention of the artist. So the artist is not necessarily at fault. Real art makes demands on its viewers, but real art has a life beyond that of the artist. It transcends the artist. This, for example, the other day I was talking about Caravaggio and Eric Gill. Real art transcends their rather sordid lives. I remember she did a piece about a rather peculiar work of art called Piss Christ, which was about a plastic crucifix stuck in a bottle of urine. It was made by an artist called Andre Serrano, I think. So we have to ask, why, was that art offensive? But it's for me to see, for me to interpret. And actually, if you go back to the truly orthodox meaning of the incarnation, you've got the quotation of St. Athanasius, God became man, that man may become God. It's the statement of divinization, theosis. So all creation is potentially divine. Everything is potentially sacred. And God can be seen in everything. That was her message. You can also think of Hamlet in Act 2, Scene 2, I think. Hamlet's having a discussion with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and says, "Why then 'tis none to you, for there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." It's what we do, it's how we see something that makes it bad. It's not in the intention of the person the intention of the person may be bad, but that's not actually the problem. We can think of some of the great mystics, misunderstood, Joan of Arc, Thomas More even. If you go to Islam, you can think of Al-Hallaj, the great Sufi mystic who was executed in Baghdad in 922 on the banks of the river Tigris. He was beaten in the face and then flayed alive, and I think then hanged and decapitated, simply because he had said something quite interesting. And I think my Arabic is faulty, but the best I can do it is say "Ana l'haq," which is "I am truth." This is something really God should be uttering, and of course in Christianity Christ says this. But what Al-Hallaj was saying was, we find God in ourselves, and that's what Wendy Beckett was doing. We find God in ourselves, and art is a way to the divine. So there we are. Wendy Beckett, rest in peace.